All right, so Capricorn. Actually, I'm feeling this top card here. Interesting. Okay. And this one. It happens like that sometimes. All right, Capricorn. So, Capricorn, you need to not mince any words that are happening in your expression with the people that are important to you in your life during this full moon. During this full moon, you need to speak what's so, be true to yourself, and figure out a way to, if you can blend together the seemingly disparate parts of a conversation, an argument, or whatever feels like it's in contrast, or it feels like it's friction, or there's a lot of friction in it, and how you can bring them together in a harmonious way. We'll get to that, but first let's start with what's happening for you during this full moon. Capricorn, you've got some stuff that you're again, I talked about this earlier, but these are going to be cut up later on YouTube and Rumble, so let's just say it again. Look, the 10 of Wands is definitely about you have worked really fucking hard and you have toiled and created and gone through this experience where you're in the harvest. So you can either choose to be on the side where you are harvesting the wisdom that you have acquired through experiences that feel heavy or that feel tiresome or feel like a burden, right? Or you can be in the space where you recognize, hey, I need to let go of some shit. This is too heavy for me. I need to actually offload some of this stuff. Some of this is not mine. Some of this is theirs. Some of this is the community's. Some of this is me overcommitting to things that I'm just I can't do this all. This is not all on me. It's not all for me to take on, right? Your spiritual advice that comes through is the King of Swords and Temperance. And I think King of Swords to Temperance, and this is the reason that I'm actually talking about having your not mincing words and also staying true to yourself and blending aspects into a harmonious way is I think you need to be kind of the mediator here. I think that you need to be the person who's more grounded and level-headed and clear, which you totally have the ability to. You and Aquarius have the ability to get really grounded and be really present and to be able to not let emotions kind of infiltrate and rule you as you're making certain kinds of decisions. That's a generalization, but we're doing a general reading and a collective reading, so I feel it's fine for us to do that here. But yes, yeah, this is look into your experience, be able to, here's what I love about philosophers, which I relate to this card. Here's what I love about philosophers. Philosophers are able to abstractly, and even not so abstractly, take in many different kinds of perspectives about life and how we see the big picture and how it trickles down and translates into our lived experience. So I feel there's this big picture and translating into a smaller picture kind of experience where you need to be the person who's hey, don't, because the Queen of Swords is she doesn't fucking mince words. But the King of Swords does it in a different way, where he's there's a responsibility that I have to the situation. He realizes the impact, right? We may not be responsible for other people's emotions when we express our personal truth, right? But we still can recognize that we have an impact on the way that we communicate and the way that it's delivered and how we act. Our actions, right, have an impact on other people. And I feel in this particular situation, whatever is coming up for you around this with the full moon, just know that you have an impact on the other side, and take a moment to, before you communicate, you don't have to censor yourself necessarily, but you can express yourself in a way that incorporates your intelligence and your ability to see the bigger picture. I also think that there is a win-win situation that exists between you and other people, and I think that part of this means staying true to yourself, to your truest essence that is related to this other card. And I also think that part of this is about you needing to find like where other people see boundaries or limitations, better said, where people see limitations, this is a place where you actually can see and express how you can bring these seemingly disparate parts together in a way that's more harmonious, right? So that's what I have for you. That's what's going on for you. And we are moving on.